I'm an autistic artist. In this video I will tell some facts about me to become acquainted. I'm an artist and I'm an autist. I have a little autism, but I don't know it for sure because in my hometown we have not very good medicine, so sometimes people just can't get such a diagnosis. I made some actions about autism for rule of autists in Moscow and in my hometown. Here in description you could see an URL and here you can see some fragments from there. I just recently found out information about autism and that I am an autist. My biggest part of life and didn't knew it. My second fact that I can tell about me is that I am an artist and I draw with crayons on sidewalks of my town. I wanted to make it beautiful, for it could be not so great. For tourists could come here and it will be comfortable for people to live. But all my drawings were washed away by rain and then I started drawing with crayons and sandpaper. I began to draw expressive thoughts. At start I drew paysages and then I began to draw expressive arts of portraits and draw with a coal on simple paper, on a cardboard, on a sandpaper, and then to explain people on the street. Sometimes these passerbys didn't understand my drawings and they asked what is it, and to explain it I invented a name for it: social hyperrealism. I made a concept, I thought about it for a long time, so I made a concept and I made a 45-minute selection with showing my arts. I drew a lot of paintings and I think that I invented a new direction in modern art that I called social hyperrealism. I have a concept that explains my art of modern artists and artists of past, that explain my direction. And I have hundreds of my pictures that were made in this direction. You can watch my presentation about it by this link. And besides, now I draw with crayons on the sandpaper, and I have a lot of self-portraits and paysages in this direction. Here you can see a URL on my videos. Here you can see some fragments of this. I listen midwest time on music, post-hardcore, screamo. In my childhood I have listened to Rammstein. I have learned by heart all songs of Blink-182. Then you can ask why I don't look like... So usually people don't understand what autism is and asks why I don't look like an autist. For example, that autists are steaming sometimes and it doesn't seem that I do it. Actually, it's because I studied in simple school where no one knew about an autism. And because of that, children are bullied and attack on autistic pupils when they do natural things based on their autistic vision. And for 10 years of studying in this collective, in such a place, you killing yourself in natural manifestations in yourself, like steaming, waving with your hands, etc. So absolutely change yourself for not to stand out and not to irritate people around. To a certain degree, I think that you lost yourself. So you can see more of my stories about autism in playlist, link on which you can see in description. Next fact is that I think that I am an introvert and I am very shy man. Next fact is that I have read in youth I have read Van Gogh's book Last for Life, and he became my favorite artist for me, and I have drew a lot of his self-portraits and copies of his art, and I think that I looks like him about what outlook, and he inspired me and his story of my life. I have inspired by artists of outside art brute. I have inspired by mentally patient people's art. I saw in it a transcendental expressive world. I dream about making city of the future. This is my idea, and it's my second concept that I want to make real, but my tries were unsuccessful because it is forbidden. It is forbidden in city to draw something. So video where I tell about this city will be available by the link in description. I will make videos about it in future. But if you say short, in my idea, city of the future is a city where architecture will be like made by Antonio Gaudi and Hundertwasser. I dream about drawing city on the special tiles with crayons. Abstract paysages, and then cover these tiles with special liquid glass that will protect the surface from external influence, and put the special backlight and cover walls of houses and sidewalks with these tiles, for people could walk on these drawings, and in the evening backlight will flash them. So I dream to draw all my life, to draw until my death, to draw for this town, for these people, and I want to save the drawings for this town. I want the whole city to be beautiful, and I don't want to see no one similar grey house. And I tried to draw it in my town on the decaying grey wall of the house in the midday without any styles. I just began to draw like I want to draw on the sidewalk as usual, but that house like called me to draw on it, called me, and I obeyed to the wall and began my drawing with crayons. I was drawing some days like that until I was attacked and forced to clear it and called police treating to me. And when I was clearing it, I heard a lot of insults for me and treated. Since that day so they forced to destroy my art, and I can't draw in my town anymore. After that happening, I fell into a depression, and in that moment I asked one man to record it on video, and you could also watch it by the link in description. So in outline, I was drawing in my town for 10 years on the asphalt in my town. Paysages. Next fact is that every night I experience sleepy paralysis, and I try to describe them, but I don't know for sure is it like classic paralysis or not. One day I drew an abstract expressive picture expressed by my feelings, and for this I was taken away with police in the psychiatric hospital, where I was closed with psychos, and I tried to explain them that I'm not crazy. But I remember that in the day when I got out from there, I went on the street to draw with crayons on the sidewalk, Venetian paysage, and I felt freedom at that time. Although I was tired, and but I felt inspiring because I wasn't freedom. In that day, I have met one mate, and the only thing he said was that I looked very sleepy. I'm bad at math, but when I was finishing the school, I passed exams better than anyone else in my class. Even more, I don't understand programming. I can't learn it anyway. Also, I have no imagination and I can't imagine anything. I have no imagination and I can't imagine anything. All my youth I was fallen in love, not mutually, and in the end it was reflected on my will to express my feelings with art. And it brought together me and Van Gogh because he was unhappy in love too, like he wrote in his book. I express feelings of suffering in my art. The next fact is that in my youth, without any reason, I got macular degeneration of the eye. So I got macular degeneration of the eye, and I woke on the next day and I understood that I lost central eyesight, and I went to hospital where I was hospitalized, and since that day I understand that I lost my central eyesight on one eye. I like Western Emma Midwest screaming music, and in youth I listened from Autumn to Ashes, My Chemical Romance. In childhood I listened to Rammstein. Most of all I listen old albums, especially I like the band Sue Stallone, but usually I don't like new albums at all. I have my own diary from the age of 13. First girl that I loved, it was hard for me to talk with her or look at her. And from 2 years of suffering I wrote the book where I expressed my feelings to her, and I made the present for her from my poems and pictures and gifted it to her. Since that time we didn't communicate like it was before with him. So there was not anything between us. We didn't continue communicating even after that. Oh, I shouldn't tell about it here. Yes, I shouldn't. So, I can't look at eyes in people. Uh, I just can't look at their eyes, but somebody thinks that it is disrespecting, and they think that I lie them because they think that if you don't look at eyes, you are like suspicious. Actually, it is by another reason. That's just because I have an autism, or just because of my strong shyness. It's that I kept diaries while all my room did overflowed with notes, and diaries. I had no place to put them. I had really tons of them. Maybe I'm a graphomaniac. And then I switched to printing on my computer, and I wrote endless count on texts, my thoughts and feelings. Also, I had a blog where I kept my diaries in Van Gogh style, like his brother. But I had nobody to write, so I just wrote letters to myself in the blog. And in this way, I wrote about 10,000 letters for 2 years. Then that blog was deleted by independent from me conditions, and all that letters were deleted. Now I have a video blog. Next fact is that in school I was very shy. I never talked and had no emotions. I have never sweat and I have never laughed. All 10 years in school I was coming back home from school with dry lips that I need to open with pain, because all the time in school I didn't talk and nobody talked with me. I had no friends, and I even had no any emotions. I was very closed. I just was sitting on one place, and that was I even don't know how to describe it. Next fact about me is that I was on military charges that lasted for about 3 days. Next fact is that I was hunger for 21 or 28 days. I just drank water and nothing else all the time. Also, I was climbing on the hills and was grabbing heavy rocks even in that period. Next fact is that I like fruits a lot, oranges and bananas. I could eat them all my life. And next fact is that I feel myself very uncomfortable with people, and I have tried to socialize, but it always finished bad. I feel anxiety when I'm alone on the street. I feel myself much more better when I'm with men that I trust. Then I can open and draw better, really. Sometimes I have attacks of anxiety since finishing the school and deciding to stay artist. These attacks in these moments I need for my friends or other close people to tell me that they love, appreciate and understand me. that from some time it will end, everything will stay good, but now it scares us. But as a rule, people always turned away from me. They were aggressive and didn't understand what I want to tell. In the childhood, I had a double fracture of the leg. In childhood, I had aquarium fish. I had even 3 aquariums and landscape tortoise and of course cat. In the childhood, I have read Paul Bragg's, Mirza Karim Narbekov's and Porfiry Ivanov's books. In the childhood, I was walking on the half-dressed and on the cold Siberian autumn and got tempered. And in the summer, when we ride on the Shire Lake, I always was walking barefoot, and I can walk barefoot even on the broken glass without getting hurt. Next fact is that I always was played and play now in strategical games. I don't like MMORPGs, shooters, football or racings. I don't like WoW, that World of Warcraft, but I like Warcraft that made like strategical game. When I was schoolboy, I liked to go in library to watch on comics about Disney's characters like Scrooge McDuck and others. And all the childhood I was drawing comics by myself and games. I drew them, then cut, and then I played with them like it was computer game. So I cut characters, create some place for it, put shame mouse, like it was computer, and I made a cursor. So it was like an imitation of computer game, and I have thousands that drew characters and thousands of maps for that games. I mean, not thousands of maps, but hundreds. I came on YouTube in the end of 2015, and from 2014 I began to upload here my processes of drawing on the asphalt or on sandpaper. But I didn't talk and I didn't show my face. They were just my hands in process of drawing. When I was studying on the artist, I had a need to rent a room near the prison. Just near the prison. One day in youth, I ran away from my home in another town and settled in a monastery. I was a simple novice and I made simple physical work there. I liked to walk along the surrendering to my dreams. There was a small thicket, really small, and it all was in bottles and other garbage. And I didn't like it, and I decided to clear the forest from the garbage. I didn't tell about it anyone, and I collected all the garbage in big bags and threw it in the trash cans. I tried to make people didn't notice me and not to interfere them. It was such a situation when I was walking around the monastery with bags for being not noticed, so I need to walk behind all that house and barracks. And then a bot of the monastery came, and when I was walking with bags, he laughed and said something like, "Carry as much as you can, Maybe he thought that I'm a thief and I have steal something from monastery and wanted to joke such way. I know. I worked on a lot of different jobs, but not for a long time. Just one time I worked a miller on the factory more than a year. Next fact about me is that I like films about zombies and thrillers. So that's were all the facts about me that I wanted to share with you here. Subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends. Go on links and watch my other videos. This video was translated on English language by my friend, to whom I am very grateful. Write in comments some questions you have. Maybe you have a question about something I told in this video. It was very nice to become acquainted with you. So subscribe to the channel. See you soon.
Давай еще где-нибудь.